Trying to make moves goes everyone. Gask Its throws the block on bumper save. Down the apron goes Rust Eze. Rust Eze bypasses Gask Its on the final lap. Coming to turns 3 and 4. Gask Its in the wall. Rust Eze is going to win here at Green Super Speedway for his very first career win. His very first win in 3 years. Wow, Rust Eze just finally ends the losing streak. And it looks like fans aren't too happy to that in a little bit. Rust Eze believes he is a winner, but Rust Eze literally cannot comes to a stop at turn number 4 as they're going to hold him for review on the last lap.
Yeah, we'll see about that. So basically, on the Pistol Keep race, well, 2 races ago during the Pistol Keep race, there's this huge controversial finish between Gask Its, Bumper Save, and Rust Eze. 2 nitrate models and 1 assuming octane gain model. So, looking back at the finish from a month ago, you see Gask Its leading, right? There's Gask Its up front, then Nitro Aid somehow second. If you look closer, he edges out Bumper Save. Bumper Save is third, Leakless is fourth, and Rust Eze was dead last, but he was trying to bump draft Bumper Save. So what happens here? Not Bumper Save. So Gask Its throws the block on Bumper Save. Hold up. So here's the evidence. He blocks Bumper Save, and then Rust Eze goes below the double yellow line, advances his position, and gets Gask Its out of the way, shoves him up the wall, and then he finishes in a crappy position. And that's how Rust Eze got the win. But if you look closely, so here is how they were. And to make it even more, before I get to that, there's double yellow line rules here. Rust Eze straight up went below the double yellow line, advanced 2 positions, and shoved up Bumper Save, which is straight up cheating. And to make it even more controversial, there was speedy paint dry up there, and Rust Eze said that he couldn't see the speedy paint dry, so he just went below the double yellow line, and Pistol Keep officials believed him, and they're going to penalize Gask Its just for throwing the block on Bumper Save, and then he gets penalized just for getting shoved up the track. Bumper Save also gets penalized because he got wrongfully accused of forcing Rust Eze below the double yellow line. A bunch of controversy happened. A bunch of rumors being spread that Gask Its forced Rust Eze below the double yellow line, or Rust Eze was trying to avoid a potential wreck. Honestly, they were not they were not gonna wreck. The speedy paint dry, it's a little hard to see, but you gotta regardless of speedy paint dry or a wreck in front of you, you cannot go below the double yellow line regardless. So here it is again. Notice this. Gask Its blocks Rust Eze, goes through the speedy paint dry, and that's the controversial finish that we've literally seen, the biggest controversial finish in Pistol Keep history. You can already tell he goes down the apron, passes Bumper Save, and then gets into Gask Its, puts him up in the wall, and this is how the finishing results were. Gask Its ended up dead last. So basically, he got penalized just for blocking Bumper Save, but what officials say, because he failed inspection just for getting shoved up the track on the last lap. Basically, it was Bumper Save that got wrongfully accused of forcing Rust Eze below the double yellow line. So, yeah, Nitrate and Leakless had nothing to do with it. I think both of them got penalized because of an earlier incident that, it's kind of controversial too. So that's 2 controversial incidents in one race. Boy, does things get crazy here. So, Green Super Speedway, you never see controversial finishes. Even with Rust Eze, remember at Atlanta Falcons Stadium, he went below the double yellow line, and he got to get away with it. So, and he advances his position because he saw the speedy paint, he could not see the speedy paint dry, and goes on below the apron and then gets Gaskets up, pushes Gaskets up the track, and yeah, that's what basically happened. So yeah, and from Pistol Keep officials, they're still gonna keep the penalties no matter what people say. And last race, Rust Eze straight up dumped Gaskets, I believe, in the snow and got away with it. So yeah, Rust Eze has been a dirty driver lately. So let me know what your thoughts are on this controversial finish. In case you don't want to listen to my BS, let's turn on the volume. And here's the race.
Throws the block on bumper save. Down the apron goes Rust Eze. Rust Eze bypasses Gaskets on the final lap. Coming to turns 3 and 4. Gaskets in the wall. Rust Eze is going to win here at Green Super Speedway for his very first career win. His very first win in 3 years. Wow, Rust Eze just finally ends the losing streak. And it looks like fans aren't too happy about it, seeing that Rust Eze, now the officials are determining that he went below the WL line to advance his position. But we're going to review that in a little bit. Rust Eze believes he is a winner, but they're going to have to tell him to stop the burnouts right now. Rust Eze literally cannot stop doing burnouts. Rust Eze right there, continuing to do burnouts. Rust Eze comes to a stop at turn number 4 as they're going to hold him for review at what happened on the last lap. Okay, so they're looking at the video, so what they're seeing is that Gaskets threw the block on bumper save, and they were going through the speedy paint dry, whatever it's called, and bumper save, why do I get bumper save and Rust Eze mixed up? Rust Eze goes down, like literally goes below the WL line on the apron to advance his position throughout turn 3, and then gets Gaskets into the wall, and yeah, that's what apparently happened. So Gaskets is the last last finishing driver, as he's one of those. I can't even talk. Why can't I determine that Rust Eze was trying, like, they said that he couldn't see from the speedy paint dry, and that they thought they were gonna wreck, so he went below the WL line to advance his position, and yeah, he slammed Gaskets into the wall,